listen through headsets, I think.
Okay. Yeah, the only thing that I want us to look at was this market structure.
Okay.
Because if we understand the market structure properly on V75, then we know where we are going. Because if you check, let's say, like from here, something like this. Okay, if you check, let's say, okay, since we break this level,
Mhm.
we can start marking first this zone here. And we took also this higher point, something like this. We took also this higher point. So when we took
Okay.
this higher point, then market just pushed to the upside.
Mm.
What we're gonna see is only this pullback from this week here. You see this one here. That
Mm.
was the only movement that tried to come down, but didn't get inside properly.
Okay.
Then continue pushing to the upside. So like, if you remember where we came from the ICT stuff, we say this is a breaker because market couldn't hold from the block, then break to the side, return, like break and retest, then continue. So
Mm.
now, from that area, what we have to do next is by looking, let's say, on the structure on this line, the way we are going to the upside. So what we have to do, we can mark this level, we can mark this low, because this low here was the one that give us this high. This is daily time frame.
Mm.
Give us this high. Then markets calm down. If you can check it down, this is a sort of like SDE, the one that you have, because we have rally, bears, rally, market return test for the first time, push to the upside, return down. Because of this MPL king we have here, then markets start doing what? Start buying. Now,
Mm.
the worst part of this one is, the worst part, of this one is markets, if you can check properly from here, because we have this low that give us this high, then market return. If we, let's say you don't know about the SDE, then you're gonna say, this is what we call the higher low. So we have the higher low here. This is the second higher low. Then we have the higher high there. Then markets break this level. If you can check here, market break. Since we don't use wicks, when I say market, we use only body. Market break the level. Market break this level. Then from here, we have this zone. Now from this zone, this is what we need to understand about the market. Because if you
Mm.
check properly, market has been ranging inside this zone. After printing a new high, market still inside this box.
Mm.
Is not taking out this low. So for us to have a proper confirmation of sell position is when market is gonna come back and break this level.
Mm.
As you know, to have a valid lower high, we need to have a higher high. So what I mean by that is market is buying, market come down, market start buying. If this level, the one is going to the upside, fail to break this level here, let's say get from this zone here, then start coming down.
Mm.
This point here, the one I have down here, is not a lower, is not a higher low. Why is not a
Yeah.
higher low? Because it didn't give me a higher
Yeah.
high.
Yeah. Mm.
Now, what we're gonna see sometimes, we know already market maybe is gonna get there inside the zone, then start buying again, Then this time we break structure from this level.
Mm.
This one is not the higher low. This one here is not the higher low. The higher low is this one.
That one,
Because this is where market starts to go to the upside.
Mm.
This was just a pullback, then a continuation. Now you're going to see people, they're just going to confuse. For them already, this is what they call the higher low. They forget about this one, the one that we have down here. But yeah, you need to understand that. So now, when you go, let's say this is daily. Now we go to H4 and try to understand, okay, what is happening in H4? Then you're going to see inside H4, we have another structure, like on each one, on the H4.
Mm.
So the daily structure is the one that we have here, here, there, and here. That is daily structure.
Mm.
Now check the H4 structure now. This is the H4 structure. We have this zone here. Market never even break this zone also.
Very high. H perspective.
You see. So we can even understand about this one, like here you see those to the top, market break to the top, then push to the upside. So give us higher. This is inside H4. Then from the H4 again, we have this zone here that was giving so many people confusion one day in the group. Then market push to the upside. So if we can check properly, we have the higher high from H4 structure, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then market push to the upside. You see, markets break structure, break H4 structure. We break H4 structure here. Why I'm saying we break H4 structure? Let me just change the color so that we don't get confused. So that we don't get confused, I'm not going to change just the color for us to be able to identify this zone properly. So we're going to keep this color to identify the H4 structure. Okay, so as you can check, market gets inside the H4 structure somewhere here.
Block structure.
Market break structure from here. Then market pull to the upside. We know that when market is going to the upsides, doing something like this, as I explained on the beginning, this point here become a valid zone when it gives us a new higher high.
Yeah.
So if it's not giving us a new higher high, it's still not valid. Then this is what we're gonna see when market is coming down. Now we're gonna start to look if there is any decision points inside here that is going to hold this price. If it failed to hold the price, if the market just go down like this, then where is our main focus? Our main focus is gonna be, we need to look for a decision point, start from this level here. Do we have the IFC or FU candlestick on top that took out liquidity, then break the markets, then continue to downside? So this is the things we need to look. Sometimes you're gonna see what is gonna, before market break that level, maybe we have something like this. Then markets grab liquidity here on top here. But what we have to know is, where is our swing? Where is our swing low and swing high? Then from here, what you're gonna see, let's say this is just an example, I'm just telling about the liquidity. We have the equal highs here, market grab liquidity, then markets come and break the last points that give us the higher high. Then what do we expect? We're expecting markets to return inside where there is a decision point for it to continue again with the movement.
Yeah.
But when we see a break of structure on H4, because we have a break of structure somewhere here, this doesn't mean we have the same break of structure for daily time frame. I hope you get me.
Yeah, I get you.
So the way we break structure on H4 is not the same like the way we break structure on daily. If we can check, this is the daily ILO, this one here, and this is the daily IRI. Then when you go to H4, we find inside H4, there is another structure inside H4 where market is selling, buying, selling, buying. The last point, this is the last swing that give us this IRI. And when markets come down, break this level, market return to the upside. So we are expecting market to do what? To sell. This is what happened. Market pushed to the upside after breaking structure. Then we need to frame our entry without even fear. We just need to identify a decision point. If you go to low time frame from this level here, let's say H1, you found, let me go to H1. You found there is like SDE from that level. You see, there is SDE on that level. Then market return, market creates the level to show us that, okay, I'm giving you guys a signal that I'm going to sell. So we have this zone here. This is what you have to look before you take a trade. We need to see a fake out zone. We need to see the 3D. We need to see, 3D accumulation, and we need to see the compression before we take a sell in any valid zone. Because let's say we have this decision level, the one we have here, we know this zone is valid. We know this zone is going to hold the price. But if we don't have a PA, it's like we have like 70% chance of us risking than winning. So this is what we have to check. Then you see, market gets on our SGB. We have another SGB from there. Market gets inside, then market sold. Check the way market react to the zone there. Market sold. Because we have this level, we have this block, market couldn't continue more to the downside. This block hold. Why this block holds? As you can check, if we keep like, let's say a compression here, like going to the upside, you see this is the last point that give us this high. Let's say you don't know anything about what happened there next. This is your structure. You have your low point, you have your higher point, then you have the higher low, then markets break this level. You see, market break this level. Markets return to the level because we have a decision point, the one that is here. Market respect this decision point, then market start going where? To the upside. When market is going to the upside, as a trader, you have to see how is the market going to the upside. As you can check, market went again to the upside to do what? To break again this level. They break again this level. If you go to H4 from this zone, you see there was an MPL king. Let me go back to H4. There was an MPL king, guys, there. You see, an MPL king inside the daily structure. Market fell to take out this level. Market respect the MPL king. Then market did what? Start coming to the downside. Now we are coming to the downside. What happened? You know, this is the H4 lower low. This is H4, because if you can check this movement, is the same continuation like the one I was telling you. So if we go to H1, then you find the structure inside here, where you're gonna see market was giving you the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, then market comes down. That is on the H1. But inside H4, one thing you need to understand, this lower low, this lower low fell to break
the high.
The H4 higher high, or the daily higher high, this level, fell to break this zone. Then markets price hold, then price come down. When price come down, what happened when price come down? Price break again this level. Price break again this level. So when price break this level, what do you expect? Expecting a buy. How do you take a buy now? Because we see market is already break a level. Do you take a buy straight, or do we need to wait for a signal to show that I want to go up?
Yeah, for a second.
Yeah, so this is what you need to do. When we see market break structure, so what we have to do, let's say market is coming like this. After market break structure, maybe somewhere here, then what we have to see is how the price is going to react. Then if you go to low time frame, let's say you go to low time frame, you're gonna see market do something like this, where market is gonna buy, market is, maybe sometimes it's gonna come down like this. Market again is gonna push to the upside with a high movement pressure. Then market is gonna come again down, 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 because you need to mitigate a decision point that maybe was somewhere here down. When we see such movement, then you wait for market to. This is where you take your buy with like what we call assurance of saying, I'm going to the upside. I'm not coming down again. Then after you take this buy, you're going to hold your price. This is what happened here. If we go to low time frame from this zone here, let me go to H1. You're gonna see what I just explained to you. This is what is happening like every single day. So it's just that when people they rush, they hit stop loss. Now they say market has so much manipulation, market is doing ABC. You can even just look.
They give up.
Yeah, so you can even look just in H1. We break H4 lower low. We're expecting what? We're expecting market to start going to the upside. What did I tell you? Markets sell, break structure, pull back. When we see such movement happen, we wait to see if this level is going to be valid. How is the price going to be valid? Is going to give us a lower low. If it's not giving us a lower low, this level is not valid. Then this level here give us a lower low. Then after giving us a lower low, market start buying. Remember, this is H1 structure. That is what you need to keep in mind. This is H1 lower high, this level. H1 lower high. Let me write for you. H1 lower high. H1 lower high. So we have H1 lower high here. This is the level where market has the lower low. Market come and break the lower low, then market start buying. How do you take a buy position again from this level here?
Market returns to the same.
You need to see also a break of structure on that level. Let's say on we can even go to M15. You see there will be a break of structure there, retest, then market continue. Let me go to M15 so you can see what I'm talking about. Then you're gonna see markets after break this level, markets buy, come down, market buy. If you want to do like Wyckoff, you understand that this level, we have what we call accumulation. So before we take a trade, what do you need? We need to see, let's say when we have a break of structure, we need to see either we use Wyckoff or we use the BOS. So where we see market, let's say the last example here, let me show you the last example here. For someone who doesn't know Wyckoff, so he's gonna follow structure. He's gonna see, okay, this is the last lower low. Market give me the last lower high. Market break this level, return, break again this level, push to the upside. What happened? We break this zone. You see, we break this zone, then market return down, mitigate the level. If we go to M5, you find the decision points here. Then market buy. When markets buy, markets break again this level, the last point. This is our last point because we don't even want to keep this other part, let's say this other part like this, because this other part doesn't concern us anymore. We are looking for our range. Where is our range? Is this low to this high. Markets come down, then our range change. Market push to the upside, break this level. Market return. Market use the inefficiency, the one we have here. Market push to the upside, break again this level, go to the upside until we break our break of structure on H1. This is the H1 lower high. Market break that level, return, test the zone, then push to the upside. Return, then push to the upside. Then we can go back to H1. So as long as you get the level, check this is H1, we break H1, then market start doing what? Start coming down. But if when market is coming down, this movement coming to the downside, for me is a complex pullback. That is what we call a complex pullback. As long as this level haven't break my level here, this level still a complex pullback for me. Then you can check, we break the last higher low from this level, market return, take a buy, market return, sell, market return, sell again. You see, then we know this is the last point. Let's go to M30, so maybe we can get it clear from there. Where was I? Okay, it was here. This is the last point where we have the lower high that give us this lower low. Then markets come down, buy again, give us this point here. Like if you go to M15, then you get the structure properly on this zone. Then market return again down, give us the last lower low. Market buy, break this level. Let me just go straight to M15. Market break this last point, return down. Here we are buying, we are going to the upside. You see, we break this level, the M30 structure, lower high on M30, market return, then market push to the upside. Okay. Then markets come again back down with this structure. Why is coming down? Because if you can check the last higher low, markets break it, return again up, fail to take out to this level, then market respect this small structure here, just to return to this zone, to continue again to the upside. Yeah. So these things happen like every single day in front of our eyes. It's just that when you don't pay attention, then you don't see them. So they require the better understanding of what you are doing. Now let's see this zone the way I mark, this level here, where I mark. Since markets on daily prints this daily higher, we go to H4. You see market is still inside this daily higher, because it was just a Wyckoff, then Wyckoff get on this level. I don't know what they start doing. Then if we go to H1, let's say we go to H1. We are inside H1. This is the last higher low of H1 that give us this higher high. Eric, do you get how I'm doing this thing?
Yeah, I get.
Yeah, so this is the last higher low that give us this higher high. Markets come break this level. We break this level here. So when we break the level, what do we expect? We're expecting a buy. Then check what happened. When markets break the level, market return, then markets drop again. This movement, the one you see here, is the one that always trap people. So you need to be more careful when you see such movements. Because you see someone is on the good sell position here, the way markets drop, like this, then that person see a break of structure, see a decision point here, then took a buy position, next minute, market drop. Then he started regretting that, I was in a good sell position. Why did I catch this buy position?
Why did I take the buy?
So before you take a buy position, just wait. Market sell, market buy, market sell, market buy. Then this is when you take your buy position somewhere here. Or this side on the low time frame, let's say M5, M1, M5, or M4, M10, just like that. Then from there, what you're gonna see, if we go to low time frame, let's say somewhere here, then you're gonna see there is what we call, there is a market where sell, market buy, sell, buy, then they continue. So this is what happened there. We go to M1 or M5, you find that movement. Okay, we push to the upside. We break this level because this is our last point before this movement to the downside. This is the lower low. This is our lower high that took out to this level. We break this zone, market return, buy, return, buy, return. We break this level, market buy again, hold from that zone there, then markets come again to the downside, break again this level here, market push again up, break again this level, market push up again, a complex pullback, because this level here from this area to this area is still not valid. Why? This is not a higher low, a lower high, sorry, because this one didn't break this level. Now here it's become valid because it gives us a lower low. Then market start doing what? After we break the last point, market push to the upside. We know already what is our last point for us to take a buy position. We know this is our last point. Then check what happened. Market push there, break the level, return again to the downside. Then market take over. Because of this inefficiency, the one that is there, market failed to break again this level here, then market start coming down. When market is coming down, what do you look? We are looking to see how market is going to react this area here. I'm selling here, and my TP, my first TP is this level. This is why there is my first TP. Then check what happened when markets break this level. Because of this hidden base, the one we have here, then markets start pushing to the upside. If you go on the low time frame, then you understand the price action about this area. We push again more. What do you have here? We have the SDE on that zone. Market test the SDE. Let me just delete so we can see it properly. Because of this hidden base, or we can use the inefficiency, the one that was there inside our SDE. SDE is there. Here we have the SGB. Market respect the level. Markets come and test this zone. Now remember, this level here, this lower low, was the one that pushed market to the upside. Here, this is our range. So when we are trading, if we are trading range, this is our main focus. Main focus is on this range. Then when market is pushing to the upside, markets get on this area because market get old somewhere there. Then market start coming down. So when market is coming down, if we can check properly the overall of this one, we say this is the higher point that we have. This is the lower high. This is the lower high. This is the lower high. When we have a lower high, to validate this lower high, what do you expect? Now we are waiting to see if market is going to give us a lower low. And this lower low happen here. If we can check market break this level, then give us a lower low. Then market push again more to the upside. What do we see from this area? Market break this level if you check properly. But since I haven't seen the body to break that area, I'm still in a zone of doubt. If you can check, this is the level. Yeah, I haven't seen the body. Let me see something like this. If you check this level, or why is not? Okay, as long as we are using supply and demand, we're gonna say we have a break of structure here. How do we call it the break of structure? Because we have the PE. Do you see that? We have the PE, the one that is there, pin engulf, that took out this level. Then markets come again down, break again this area, break again this area. Now, this is our new point. This level here, this is our new point. Now we want to try to understand, this is the level that I was telling you yesterday. If you remember, you asked me about where am I expecting to sell. I was looking for this level because I saw, let me delete them first. I saw this MPL King, the one that was there. I saw it. Then market gets on that area, then market didn't sell, like touch the level properly. Now, after the refinement, I went to M15. Let me go to M15.
Block on M15.
I went to M15. On M15, I saw the signal on M15.
That's ready.
1, 2, 3. If you check where market starts buying, if we zoom, what is this zoom thing? If we zoom, we just come to this zone here. Let me do something like this. You see that on this level here, we have a block. Why this block and why market return here to start buying? Because this low point was the one that gave us this higher high. This higher low was the one that gave us this higher high. So this was the range. This was the range from here to this one. Market return here, this level. First time fell here, then it's take over, then give us this level there. So this is the things that we need to keep in our mind. Then, if we see properly from here, what is that level? What is that level? You see, we have this block here. We can put like the way we normally trade. And one thing I understand about V75 and this binary stuff, don't refine the entry too much on them, you miss the entry. I'll show you one entry I miss. So this is the level. This is the level we're gonna say, okay, this is the open to 50%. Our stop loss must be down here. Then let's see how market react to this one. You see how market reacts. Come, touch the 50%, then they take over. Then let's say, okay, we know this point here was the one that gave us this lower low. Then this one was the one also give us this lower low. Market break this level and market never return back. You see, market never return back. Then to get the level properly where you're supposed to take your buy position, you can go even to M5. I think I saw it on M1 somewhere there, where I saw the proper break of structure and retest. This is the level, I'm sure. This is the level. You won't believe that this market wants us to have more time on here to understand it properly.
Yeah, that's what I said. I told someone.
So if we can check properly, here we have a break of structure. Markets return to this block. The last candlestick before the up move, they return. Here you are taking your buy position. You see, you are taking your buy position. They break again this area here. This one could be M2 structure. They return again down. Like they respect that only the SR flip, sorry, RS flip. RS flip, then they take over. When they break this level here, this is M1. Check the way market is going. They break, they return, they push this one, fail to break. Then here it's break, they return again to this area. The ident base is there, take over, return, take over. Now, if we go to, okay, this is M1. Let's say we go to M5 to try and understand also structure on M5. You see, this point here was the one give us this last lower low. Then they push to the upside, market here, it tried to hold. Then market push to the upside, break this level here. This one could be M15 structure, I'm sure. Let me mark this level, because I saw, I think it was M15. Let me go to M15. Yeah, this one was the M15. So they break this area. No, M10, M15, yeah, M15. So they break this area, check this one. So this one, if you don't check properly, let's say you're looking on M15, you won't see what happened. Let's go to M10. So you can see here how market just come down. This one, after breaking structure, this one is the one that come down to come and mitigate this area here because of the inefficiency from there to here, then they take over. Since yesterday, do you see how market is going to the upside? So if you check properly, they're just following their structure. When they take over, they print a level, market return. Take over, market return. Take over. Here, if you can check, they're creating a sort of liquidity because we have again the low, the equal lows down. Let me show you. We have the equal lows down here. We have the equal lows down here where they have liquidity, where they're expecting market to come because they need to grab this liquidity here. But at the same time, they're building something on top. They're building something also on top there. Why they're building that things on top is because I saw something there. Let me just look at it. Something like this. Okay. I think it was on M15. Okay, we have this, the decision point, the one that we have here. Decision point is there. You see that decision point? I hope they haven't tested. No, they haven't tested. So now, if we can check properly, this is what we are building. So we have the R1, the R2, here maybe we're gonna have the R3, then we fake out, then we're gonna see what is going to happen. Why I'm saying we need to sell again, because I see this level here, market return, market break this one, market. So if you follow structure on, like on the low time frame, then you get the reason. But at the same time, we are compressing again. You see, so we are compressing, going to the outside. But let's see if market is going. Who's this one? So if you can see, market is compressing, then we are trying to see what is going to happen from this area, if we're gonna come down or continue again to the upside. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you, how I missed the entry.
What about those equal eyes above that zone?
The one on H1?
Yeah, the one on H1. I think they may go and take out the liquidity. See,
you know, V75 is crazy. We'll see. We'll see, because there is this one here. This one, I saw it for so many days, but I don't know what is going to happen right now. Because if we identify this one, then we're gonna see the IDEN base, the one that is there, sorry, the MPL. If they come again, they respect this level. This one to be the, let's say like this, head there, return a bit small down.
Then push up, then that will be another.
Then we continue to the upside from that area, then we're gonna come down. So it's also another option that we need to No. This one also you need to have like a second option and try to see what will happen if market is not respecting what I'm saying for the first time. So you look and see what is going to happen. What's that, Justice, how are you?
Just need to be keen on structure.
You're saying?
Just have to be keen and focus on structure.
Yeah, you need to focus on structure because the moment entry is not a problem. The moment you focus on structure, then it's gonna be proper for you. Justice.
Structure is more important than entry comes easy even if you are a little bit late.
Yeah.
When the right structure, at least you get something.
Yeah, structure is the key. Justice, you're not saying anything.
There's someone who has joined?
Yeah, there is a guy that I called to the meeting, but he's not saying anything.
He has joined late, maybe you need to brace him.
Yeah, just been. How are you, man?
Yeah, I didn't know you're on already. Sorry.
Okay. So, Justice, what I wanted to show you, I'm sure you have an issue how to identify to know this is the hidden base and this is not the hidden base. So one thing that you need to pay attention to the hidden base is this one. So just pay attention because you have the video, but I see you have a small confusion. Do you see this level here where I'm marking?
Yes.
How do you call this zone where I mark? Justice.
Yes.
How do you call this level where
it's called the demand?
This level where you put this box? How do you call it?
Significant demand.
It's the demand zone. Demand zone.
This level here is the one that you call. Is the one that we call the SDE. This area, because we have markets rally, markets create a base, then markets rally again. So when market is coming down,
This is not clear.
That's why there is some noise here.
Yes, some background noise. Maybe he has network issues.
Okay, so when markets come back to this demand level, because we have our base, the one that is there, this level here is a demand level. When markets break this demand zone, then what you have to see, this level, then we're gonna call it an SDE. So when we have the SDE, let's say SDE, so now we need to identify where are we going to sell, because we know markets break the SDE. So we are expecting when the market goes up, we're expecting to sell. So we need to look. You see some people, they're gonna start looking for this block. They're saying, okay, this is the block. But remember, this block is outside the SDE. It's outside the significant level where we're supposed to look for a sell position. Then our zone where we have to look for a sell position is this one. This is where we have to look. This is the one that we call the SGB. Then here, what we see on this zone, we have only the hidden base. This is the hidden base. So this year, the hidden base is the space between the two candlesticks. If you zoom inside this level here, that is the one we call hidden base, the space between the two candlesticks. Then if you zoom to low time frame, let's say we go to H1 to MM12, there is nothing there because remember this is the level. Go there, we find nothing again. Can go maybe to M5. What is that level again? Okay, there. You see, we have a block, the one that is there. That is what we call a hidden base. So inside that space, we have a candlestick, an insufficient candlestick that is hidden inside. So as long as we have this concept, we understand already what is happening. We don't even need to go to like low time frames that we can understand how do we take a trade there. As long as I see something like this, I know I'm taking my trades here inside, and I calculate my stop loss maybe somewhere down here. But most of the people that they are trading supply and demand, they'll put their stop loss somewhere here. Because for them, market is gonna get an entry inside this zone. So the stop loss is here, maybe 15 pips or 20 pips. That's what they'll put. But if you have precision, you can take your entry. And why also me, maybe sometimes I'll put a big stop loss, because I have again inefficiency that is there. You see, I have inefficiency that is there. Who knows, maybe market could go up there to take the inefficiency. So just this here again, this is inefficiency. So inefficiency is this. We have this week with this one down here. This space here between, because of this price void, you see the way price was dropping to the downside, there was nowhere where market was trying to buy, market was just selling. So this sell pressure created this space, the one that we have here. And this space in between here, that is the one that we call the inefficiency. So price would like to come. Sometimes people, they say it's gonna come and fill this. But me, I have my own concept. I don't even wait for it. But as long as I see market is gonna get on the open of that area, I'm gonna take my sell position here or inside the 50%, then I'll take my sell position to go with the market to the downside. And if you can check again here, this is what we call inefficiency. The inefficiency is there. Market use the 50% of this movement, then takes over. You see, then if you go here, let me do something. You go on this area, you see we have inefficiency, we have idle base, market start buying. But me, most of the time, the idle base that I'm using, I'm using the one that lead me to a break of structure. Do you get that? I use the one that lead me to a break of structure, or the one that helped me to have a new higher high. That is the one that I'm using. I don't use this small one. Why I don't use this small one? Because there is nothing here that could show me that market is gonna return here and it's gonna sell very huge. So let us look for other idle base where market respect. Let me see on V75. If we can check here, there is another idle base. There is another idle base there, but market haven't get there, that space there. And if you can check like what you found us me and the area we've been talking, because market is already built the equal highs from here. So if market break this level, I will expect to sell here or this level here. I don't know if you guys can see that. There is an MPL that is sitting on top there. And I'm gonna wait for that zone for market, to go again to the downside. You see, so this is the things that I'm looking in the market when I wanna take my sell position or I wanna take my buy position. Let's see this idle base, if it will hold the price. I'm not sure if it will hold the price. Yeah, it hold the price.
2 times.
You see, this one hold the price. This idle base. Price come all the way down to come and confirm this idle base, the one that is there, this zone here. Then price took over after testing this level. Then you can check your sell position here, sorry, your buy position. You have your buy. You can even put your stop loss down here. You don't have a problem with anyone, but as long as it's not passing 15 pips, then you are good to go. Then you are good to go. So you can check again here. Let me check you. Let me show you again. We have another hidden base. This one was a bit long, but they fill all of it up to here. All this space is the space for you to do what? To start buying. So as you can check, market come and fill this level, then start going to the upside. Justicia, any question on the hidden base?
Is it on?
Can I say, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
So can I say the hiding base is like an opposing candle inside a candle. Let's say a candle that tries to buy but fails. That can easily be seen on a lower time frame. If I'm looking at from a higher time frame, then if I go to a lower time frame, I easily see it, not like an opposing candle that tries to buy or sell but fail.
But in the low time frame.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the one. So, Eri, the things that I was telling you is this one. So this V50, what I discovered yesterday was this one. Is V100. Do you see how V100 is mitigating the blocks? Sometimes it's not even coming to 50%. It's just touching on top and goes on the other direction. We have this candlestick, the last candlestick where they sell to buy. Check where they mitigate this candlestick. Then you, with your refinement entry, you are waiting for market to do what? To come more down, then check where they take over. I go again on this candlestick. I was even laughing yesterday with Moses. We found on M1, there was a proper decision point here on M1.
But they didn't go there.
Ah, bro, let me show you. These people, they are witch. You see, this level here, this candlestick, was the one that pushed market and break this level. But check what happened. They just come all the way just to come and buy from here.
Wicked people.
You see, just to come and buy from here. No reason of buying. If you check on M1, no reason. Because they know I was waiting here, then they buy there. But if we go, let's say we move to another time frame, then we find, okay, there was the hidden base. There was the hidden base, the one that is there. I didn't even check M2. I was expecting them to come and sell from this candlestick. So if we want to see the hidden base is there, and we have the inefficiency also inside the same zone, they touch the open, then they push to the upside. So it's the same scenario. It happened like over and over. Just that it requires you to have your time. You see, if you can see this one here, this is going to be very big. You won't even understand why you are taking your buy position here. You see, so they return back to this area, they shoot to the upside, they continue going over and over and over. So it happened every single day. But if you go to M15, then you see this is the candlestick on M15, just the open of that candlestick to this area, going up. Then if you need precision, the precision entry was on M2. This is where precision entry was, on M2. As you can check on M2, this is a big zone, you see, big zone. But you go inside there, then you find such a movement. You find the hidden bases there, or the inefficiency they open. Then you are taking your buy position here. You know your target. You are targeting this level. You are targeting this higher point. Then you continue to the upside. So this is what happened like every single day. just that it requires you to have your time. Let's say you are trading only this stuff. You take your time and try to understand. Okay, let's say I see step index. It just take over. I can go maybe straight to M1 from this area. Then I try to understand, okay, what happened here? Do you see how this step index is going? This one sometimes I don't trade it because it's crazy. How can you buy without mitigate a level? It's just going straight. So if you are trading this one, you must be ready maybe to lose or to win.
I'm giving it.
Because sometimes it doesn't respect the structure. It can range wherever you want, like moving in a direction where.
Remember last time we saw proper.
Yeah. So this is
Remember
why
last time we saw proper structure. Then it took us out.
More special V100s. Bro, V100 got a nice structure. Let me show you on H4. Imagine I made this analysis because I was not using this computer. I made this analysis. V100s. I made this analysis. I wanted to catch the sell position. I said from this area, I was expecting market to return back. So test the zone, go up, then market has to come down. Check what happened. Market touched the level where I mark my hidden base. Then market did what? Market drop again. Drop. Imagine. So proper, man. Then if you want to try to understand the structure on itself, on this one, it has a proper structure. If you just go and backtest all this movement coming to the downside, man, this thing's got a proper structure.
Very good structure.
Nice structure, man. Nice one. This is why this one is my favorite one. This crap also hit my stop loss last night. Me, I was just sleeping. But check what I missed.
Which one?
V50. Yes. I had myself my position here. This is why I had my entry. Then I went to sleep. The only thing that I didn't know was this one. Market grab liquidity, market return down, then market take over. You see what happened?
AMD.
So when all this happened, me, I didn't see. For me, I was waiting for market, this movement, to start selling from this zone here. But to them, what happened, what they did, they sold here.
Market just pushed up.
They sold at the hidden base, the first one. Then they come down. Then this one on top, I don't know why it didn't have power anymore. Because if you can check here, they returned there. Because my stop loss was just here. I didn't put a huge stop loss. Because I was sleeping, I put a stop loss there. So what happened? They went straight inside my stop loss, test my stop loss, drop small, then take over. When they take over, you see what happened? When they take over, after they break this higher point, they print a new higher high. Now they come down. This is all what movement I miss. I was right in my entry, just this movement here. This is the one that cheat me. You see, this one here is the one that cheat me. And at the end of the day, it goes in my direction. Let me check. I lost how much.
Yeah.
Because I had almost 2 positions from there. I lost $11.
On 0.005.
Yeah, because I opened
on 0.005 times 2. Okay.
So I lost $11, but it's not a big problem. I'll recover it. But I could catch a nice movement if I didn't sleep. Now, one thing you need to understand also, okay, why did the market start selling from here? You can mark your horizontal line there. Then you move maybe, let's say, to M30 and try to understand, okay, why did the market took over from there? You see? This area here. You can even go to M1, H1. You go there, so you try to understand, okay, what is the valid reason? But so far on M30, it was perfect. Or this one, you can say because of the hidden base, the one that is there, the text, this is H4. Then they're taking over. So right now, what I'm expecting on this one, why I was looking for that sell, I'll start getting this level for market to come here. But I still have a chance of getting another entry. Because if we break this level here, then I'll wait for a pullback. A pullback when market will test this zone, then return maybe somewhere inside because we have the hidden base again here. Then from here, then I'll take a sell position. Then I'll target all these low points. This is what I'll do. So I'll target those low points. Because if you check properly, we are following structure. We are busy following structure. But another thing is that because they break this area here,
His network is poor.
yeah, I don't even hear you. Your network is your network is a problem. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is when markets break this area, then start going to the upside. I'll take a sell position. Then I'll start looking at this level. What happened on this zone here, this area here? That is what I need to see. What is going to happen here? If market can break this area, then I'm gonna come more to the downside. So because this level was a valid because it gave me a lower low, then market pushed the upside to break it. So we could maybe have another possibility of market to continue more to the upside if it failed to take out this low. Remember, we already break the last lower high, this last one. We break it already. So when you break it already, market return inside, buy again, then market break this one. Now, if this impulsive movement, if markets take out this low point here, if market take out this low point, then I'm gonna wait for a pullback. If it holds, then from here, market is gonna buy again. So market is going to buy again. Then from the buy, we're gonna come again down. Then we continue.
Okay. Justice has
yes.
As
If my stop loss, they hit my stop loss, then I know that this entry is valid. Believe me, I'll still take that entry. It's happened like every single day. Let me show you this one. I think it was V75. V75 hit my stop loss when I was selling. I don't know if you guys remember this area. V75, I sold from here. Then V75 break my level with this spike here. When I see it come down, when it start going up, because I know my entry was valid, I took another buy position, a sell position there. So my main focus was this level of liquidity. We took out with this one. So I catch the trade straight from here. Because I didn't want to miss the entry. Then this one happened, took my entry out. Drop, me, I was not even looking at the trades. When I went to check, I see market is buying. Then I just shift. I took my entry from here, then I come down. If you check from that zone, this is the reason why I took my entry again, because I saw market grab again liquidity here, then market come down, take out this SDE, return to the decision point, then I took my sell here. I hold my sell until this level. All this consolidation was happening here, I was not in the market anymore. Then at the end of the day, it dropped again, very huge. I was even regretting why I went out. So it happened like every single day, just that you need to know you have your last entry.
There's some small position to run.
Yeah. So this level here also, I took again another sell position. I took a sell position, was here. This is how I was expecting market to sell. Then I sold from here to this level. Then this one I didn't sell again because it gave another re-entry. I think it was on M5, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was M5 because there was a block here. Hey, do you see that I know now? I know all the levels, huh?
Yeah, very well.
So I know this level
Comes
here.
with practice and experience.
This level is M5, where market return to sell. Then this is our market sold. Sold, then here we are buying, going again to the upside. So because we sold from that, okay, how do we call? Like, let's say if you know these things of WWA, then you say this is the FU, this is like the FU is there, but they use this one to come to the downside. Then this one breaks structure. We have this candlestick here. Then this one become the bank block. This is why we are expecting market to return and start selling again. What do we see? We see a liquidity. Market is building liquidity. This is what we have to look every single day. This is where market is building liquidity. We are building the eco high. People, they say is double top, let us sell. They're selling from double top. Yeah, they're making money. Now, what we have to see is how market is going to react when it's going to the upside. If we are going to fake out this level, then we drop again down because they still have a big room of market to come down. Why I'm saying that? We have this level. This level lead to a break of structure. Market never return back. You see, we have this level down here. We have this level down here. If this is a true candlestick that for institution, they have to come and mitigate that level. They're just not gonna go without coming back. A fresh one. So guys, this is what I wanted to share with you. I'll take a break.
It's been amazing.
Good job, man.
So
I don't know if I can upload it to YouTube. Maybe let me upload to YouTube so that you can get access to it, because anything in Telegram is gonna cost more than.
Okay, bro. Thanks.
Good job, man. Thanks. Cool, Mr. Justicia. Cool. What is happening now? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, I've already recorded and I'm gonna send to you now.